So we are at Greendale Farm Shop for Cars and Cutters. I got here a little bit late this morning, so most of the good stuff has already gone. But I thought I'd do a little bit of a POV video, just running around, seeing if I can get some semi-decent photos of any cars that are still here. And then I thought I'd kind of do a quick talk through as to what I look for when I'm taking my photos. So the first thing I like to do is just scout out around, see what kind of cars are here, and also just see what backgrounds would look good. So right now, that MX-5 over there is shouting out to me. I like the wall behind, 2 MX-5s, they look good. And also that Focus looks quite good as well, the blue one over there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my ISO right down. Drop my ISO down, maybe set the aperture to about f4 so I get both cars in focus. I like using single spot, or whatever it's called, flexible spot L. Walk around the puddles. And then I can manually select which area I want to focus on. So I'm going to select the front of the car here like this. That guy's getting out of my shot. What a legend. Just put the boot down. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Yeah, I've got an Instagram. Yeah. And that's literally how easy it is to network. And then let's shoot the second one over the top of the first one. Now let's try and shoot one with both of them next to each other. I'm going to underexpose these. If I underexpose them, it's easier to lift up the shadows than it is to bring the highlights down. So when I say that I underexpose my photos, if you look at all of these cars, you can see there's like bright points and dark points. And basically the brightest points get burnt out. So even if you drop the exposure afterwards, you can never truly recover the information. It's a lot easier to lift and add light back into a photo than it is to take it out of the photo. So I underexpose my photos for that reason. I know everyone's got their own style, so there isn't really a right or wrong way of doing things. It is literally just whatever works for you. Let's go photo of matey with his bike. Motorbikes look sick. Absolutely love motorbikes. What a legend. Cheers, mate. Get a photo of him actually stood on the bike, or stood next to the bike even. That's pretty sick. I actually do love RSs. I keep shooting them every time I go to a meet somewhere. There's always an RS. I want to have a look. Okay, I don't recognise the number plate. That might be the one that I've shot before. It might not be. I'll have to check when I get home. I probably should get a photo of some of the cars down here. That Lotus looks nice. And those trucks look dope. Big part of photography is obviously just waiting for everyone to move out of the way. Oh, what a legend, he's got out of my way so I can get that shot. That looks dope. Cheers, mate. Oh, no way, there's like a little mini version of it next to it. Gotta get a photo of that. Maybe even try and shoot through the window. The beauty of having a polarizer on the front is that it can cut out a lot of the reflections, so that includes windows and stuff like that as well. So that shot there might look quite cool. And then we've got like the nice Ford logo on the back. We can add a bit of haze in there afterwards. So we'll add a bit of haze at the top of that image, and that should hopefully make it pop and just look that little bit more dramatic. We shall see. Might even take one looking this way. See, that looks like a nice shot there. Whilst it's not a good thing, I am quite impatient with my shots, so I spend a lot more time in Photoshop removing people out of photos than I need to, perhaps. If you just wait like 2 seconds, most people get out of the way, but I'm too impatient for that. I've got places to be and cars to shoot. I might take one more looking back at those trucks actually, whilst I'm here. Underexpose it, like so. Shooting at f5, so either both of the trucks, or at least most of the trucks, will be in focus. It's very easy to just shoot at f2.8 all the time if you've got a lens that does it. I know you kind of feel like you've paid for the right to be able to shoot at that aperture, but you don't always need to shoot at f2.8. You don't always need that depth, and sometimes you're better off having a nice sharp clean image than having all that depth. How's it going, mate? You alright? Obviously it's not imperative, you don't have to shoot on high continuous, but I like shooting on high continuous. If I hold my finger down on the shutter, it's just rapid fires loads of shots, which then means that the chances of you getting one shot that looks extra good is a lot easier. The best part about the car scene is everyone is pretty chill. You can go up to someone that's doing their own little private shoot, you just say hi and start grabbing photos, and people just don't tend to care. Everyone's so inclusive. If you're nervous about speaking in front of the camera or taking photos, honestly, you've got no need. The car scene itself is just great. Everyone's so chilled out, everyone's here because they like cars. And if you like cars and you like taking cool photos, they're gonna get on pretty well with you if you think about it. You've got a skill that all these car owners wish they had. So you're gonna fit in very nicely. Nice little shot with a Toyota. Is that like a GT86, I think? I actually do quite like the GT86s. I wish they were quicker because they look a lot faster than they actually are, but they're still sick anyway regardless. It's not all about speed. It definitely gets style points. Whilst I'm here, I found an open top Lotus, so I might as well use the opportunity to reach over and take the interior shots. So I do like to shoot f2.8 for these, because these can look extra juicy, and because it's open top, you can kind of lean over and be a little bit cheeky with it without touching anyone's cars, because that's a no-go. If you don't know whose car it is, don't touch it, don't open the doors, don't do anything. But if it's open top, you can reach over as much as you like. You can reach over as much as you like and hopefully get some pretty sick images. So there's an angle here that could look quite cool. I've got the nice depth provided by the windscreen and the steering wheel. That could look quite nice. And then I might try and use the window to give that little bit of glare. It almost dirties up the shot whilst taking a photo of the straps on the seat. Sometimes shooting through an object like a window or shooting a reflection can add another little element into your photos and just makes them look a lot better overall. Just bear in mind when you're taking photos, if the sun or the light is behind you, you're going to end up with your shadow and reflection across the car. So always try and stand slightly off centre so that your reflections aren't dirtying up your photos. Nothing more unprofessional than seeing your ugly mug looking back at you in the paintwork of the car that you've been shooting. I've done that a few times, so I'm not casting judgments. And that is pretty much a wrap, I think. At the next meet, I'm going to make sure I actually turn up early enough to get a load of photos because I got here really late. Usually this whole entire place is fully rammed out with cars. So if you're in the area and you want to see some cool cars, definitely pop by. It's at Greendale Farm Shop in Exeter. And there's a fair little mix up of the cars that you'll see here. You'll see some German stuff, Japanese stuff. There'll be some performance cars and just your kind of run-of-the-mill boy racer cars as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you might have picked up on at least one useful thing. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.